Here we are, Pilo.
Hey.
I guess for those that are already on, if you can just go ahead and get in the comments and tell us if we are good on Facebook, YouTube, and X. And once we get that, we'll get this show on the road. Got a jam-packed show tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
And already have a guest waiting backstage. We'll get to him just as soon as we get this puppy rolling. But Pilo, just let me know whenever we have some confirmation there.
Yeah, let's see. Everything looks good on my end, though. I think we're good to go ahead.
Okay, good deal. And I don't know if you could tell in the background there when we were coming on, the little song was playing. And I don't know if I'm getting bad at opening beers. This Yuengling screw top 16-ounce pint.
Uh-oh.
Man, had to get after it.
Need a little rag to put on top.
Ooh.
Gotta have those handy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess just go ahead and get this show on the road. You want to hit the music and we will get going?
Yeah, we'll do it. There we go. We're all on.
Welcome to the Top Talk. Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to another episode of To the Top Talk, brought to you by Yuengling Flight. To the Top Talk is the original and longest-running Southern Miss podcast in the market. We're recording this live episode on
September the 25th.
From beautiful Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Here, as always, with your break from the high resource for propaganda to talk a little Southern Miss athletics. I'm your host, Jason Bailey. Joining me now, the one and only Patrick Lowry.
Hey. I did not play golf today, for the record, but I am in a chipper mood because I might be playing this weekend. So.
Ooh. Well, we got a guy hanging on that you can, talk all the golf stuff.
Definitely talk a lot of golf.
With, for sure. Today's episode is brought to you by Yuengling Flight. Yuengling Flight is a premium light beer brewed by DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, the oldest brewery in America. 95 calories, only 2.6 grams of carbs, 4.2% ABV per 12-ounce serving. Crisp, clean, refreshing taste. Now available in 12-ounce slim cans and, like I just showed you, 16-ounce pints. Pick yourself up some Yingling Flight today. This is a live episode, so if you want to get in on the action tonight, you got to join the X platform and the X space. That's the only way that you'll be able to speak with using your voice. You can also participate by commenting on Facebook and X. And most of those comments will at least flash up on the screen, but this is the reason we did this was so that you could have your voice. So it's a call-in show. Get after it. Get up in here. We're going to try to make this thing not much more than an hour, so particularly after our guest gets done, go ahead and have what you want to say and get up in here. So what happened since the last time we recorded? Well, we played our first road game of the season in football. Volleyball was back in action in the Golden Eagle Classic. The tennis team did okay, I think, but the website is hardly ever updated, so it's kind of hard to tell. There was an article, it was pretty vague. I don't know. It looks like we didn't do horrible.
I saw them out there practicing earlier.
Yeah. You must have been over there at the cookout, maybe? No?
No.
Oh. We learned that this weekend at the Rock is going to be a blackout game, so make sure you wear black. And the men's golf team participated in the Badger Invitational, hosted by Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. The Golden Eagles won that, right? So, and along those same lines, if you're looking for something to say on tonight's show, how you feeling about this football season so far? What are your expectations for this weekend versus Jacksonville State? Can the talent that we have on the field, because I think everybody knows we're talented, can they build themselves into a contender in the Sun Belt Conference? Baseball's back. Fall scrimmages are in full swing. I took in one this weekend. And last but not least, are we a golf school, right?
I think so.
And there's no better person to answer those questions than, go ahead and cue him up, Pilo?
Yep. Here we go. If I can get the right thing, here we go. Boom.
There he is.
Gentlemen.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, we are joined by the head men's golf coach at Southern Miss, Eddie Brescher. Since stepping into the role at Southern Miss, Coach Brescher has worked to elevate the Golden Eagle golf program, building a team culture centered on hard work, development, and competing at the highest level. And the Golden Eagles are also red hot and have won 2 tournaments in a row and are making a name for themselves on the national stage. Welcome to the show, Coach Eddie Brescher.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you having me on tonight.
Man,
glad you're here.
Yeah, and I've seen you making the rounds on the Eagle Hour earlier today, so you must feel like Letterman's calling that. Well, Letterman's not a show anymore, but I guess Fallon's calling next.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah,
Letterman doesn't equate to Pilo and Bump.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
there we go.
I could never grow the beard. So, I'd ask you, Coach, how you're doing, but I'm guessing you're doing pretty good right about now.
Yeah, just trying to figure out, not living out of a suitcase for a couple of days. It's been quite a busy couple weeks. Just trying to get kids from one place to the next. I had my daughters a while ago, and son was at baseball, and so we're just rocking and rolling, man.
I know how that is. I'm fresh off the soccer field myself coming in. You got to fit these things in when you can fit them in.
Amen.
I'm just kind of hoping when I go in there in a minute that, the puppy hadn't done anything he's not supposed to, and then my son is eating his chicken nuggets. So, yeah.
Well, we hit up Chick-fil-A a while ago, so I understand the chicken nuggets.
Sure.
That's a main food group. Yeah, so Coach, just back in from Wisconsin in the Badger Invitational where the Eagles took home first place. 3 events, 2 wins, making a ton of birdies. Something has clicked. What's clicked in your mind, and how do we keep the momentum going?
I would say, we've got a lot of great players in our program, and we've had great players in years past, but man, just the camaraderie, it's just the culture that we've been building. It's starting to really show. We've got a lot of resources now that are allowing these kids to train properly, and so we can properly do practice plans, utilizing TrackMan technology, and just doing things first class, and it's starting to show on the field now.
And I do want to get into the Geddes Center. That's been a long time coming, but before we get to that, let's talk about these 3 tournaments. I don't want to just, run over there before we get too far into it. So the 3 tournaments. I mean, you've looked good in all of them, but you won 2 of them. The first time, I believe I read, since 1979
Correct.
that the Southern Miss golf program. I would like to get a look at those golf courses, by the way, and see, like, the distances and what the greens look like and all that. But that is, boy, I mean, you've really got this thing rolling. So, I mean, what's working so well? I mean, you got I know you have some good players, but what have you had to work on? And in your opinion, how did those 3 tournaments go? Like Pilo mentioned, that you make a whole bunch of birdies, which everybody knows you have to do to win. But is that it?
I mean, it's a culmination of a lot of things. If I had to kind of break down our team, we really never hit any foul balls. They're very good at driving the golf ball. TPC Wisconsin was a very, very tight golf course. It's a golf course that was redesigned by Steve Stricker, and it hosts a PGA Tour Champions event for the Champions Tour. So it's a big-time golf course. It's a big boy golf course, about 7,200 yards, and multiple 480 par 4s, where the fairway looks about that big. And
Driver 3 would.
Yeah. Anything outside of that is about, tall 6-foot grass that you're not going to find it. So you have to drive the ball well. I would say our iron game, we've got a couple guys that are just elite iron players. So they always have good looks at birdie. The way we do our practice plans on the Judson, which is our 5-acre short game facility, we do a lot of really, really difficult up and down practice where I put the guys in situations that are just very tough and they make it look easy. And that's a lot of like drop stuff where they've got to drop it versus placing it, just little details like that versus, we're going to play it up and make it easy. If there's a way I can make it tough and challenge them, I am going to. Another example of that is, at Hattiesburg Country Club, when we play, we have a set of tees called the Eagle tees. And it's funny when every time we go out and play on the Eagle tees, we always get these funny looks of, number 1 is not from the tips. There's another area behind the cart path, kind of close to 9 green, that I make them play from. Number 6, actually number 4 is down from by the lake. 6 is from 9 white tee box. It's about 450. Number 10 is in front of the scoreboard. So, I mean, I'm going to try to make it as hard as I possibly can on them. So that way, when we get to tournaments and we see these tough conditions, like TPC Wisconsin, they're used to it.
Is that the toughest part, Coach, the length of golf courses now?
Not necessarily. I mean, you can make a golf course as tough as you want. Length is certainly one factor to make a golf course difficult. However, if you change your green speeds, if you change the firmness of the greens, the hole location, the length of the rough, I mean, you can make the golf course as hard as you want. Even if the golf course is technically a friendly or easier type golf course, you can still trick it up and make it tough without putting like pins on slopes and doing goofy stuff, putting the windmill out there and all that kind of stuff.
That's my kind of course.
So we do have, I know we want to get to the Gittes Center, and I think we're going to in just a minute, but we did have a couple of comments come in, and actually a question here from a name you'll probably recognize, Coach, Chad Dickens. I'll throw it up on the screen.
Man.
There he is.
He said, how does he, question for Eddie, how does he think the last 2 weeks can carry over to the Fallen Oak Invitational?
So the Fallen Oak Invitational is a tournament that we try host with State and Ole Miss. I would say probably one of the strongest fields in all of college golf. We've got 8 SEC teams coming into play. Kansas, Iowa, Wisconsin will also be there. It's going to be a tough field. Carrying over the momentum, what we're going to do is we're going to take every advantage we can to prepare our guys. So as soon as I get off the phone with y'all, I'm going to bed and we're taking the team to Fallen Oak tomorrow.
There you go.
Nice.
So we're going to do some qualifying down there the next 2 Fridays. We're going to try to simulate as much of the hard driving components of Fallen Oak that we can. The greens are running a little bit faster right now with the cooler night, so we'll do some lag putting drills and things. So we'll have some time to prepare for that, but that's a lot of the areas that we're going to try to get the guys ready for Fallen Oak.
Pilo, there's another comment that came in. You want to go ahead and read that one out?
I knew you were going to do that. Yeah, it's from Boomhauer. Dang old Southern Miss golf, man, looking real good. Tell you what, got that big old win up there in Wisconsin, like hitting the hole-in-one with your eyes closed, man. Just going to keep on rolling like a golf cart down a hill, I tell you what.
That's fantastic.
I mean, these
that's
burners,
so good.
man.
I mean, I'm from the South, but that's some good old.
Yeah, I could have laid it on a little thicker, but I chose
well,
not
you know,
to.
that will not be the last appearance that Boomhauer has on the podcast. If you listen to the whole thing throughout.
Appreciate it, partner.
Yeah. Let's talk about that Get Us Center, though. I mean, you know, been a long time coming, and it appears to be paying dividends. Is that as easy as it is? Like, if the football ever gets a freaking like indoor practice facility, we're gonna be awesome, like instantly. I mean, I know that you have a lot of cool stuff in there. We've talked about it with you on here before with the bays and the TrackMan and the cool putting, moving green thing and all that. But I mean, this thing's a game changer, right?
Well, especially for golf, you know, you can say. And we've done it for years, it was a little hodgepodge. You know, you go to the back of the range, you hit balls, you go play some golf. But at the end of the day, you've got to properly train your athletes. You've got to have a player understand that, okay, to maximize spin with a wedge, he's got to be launching the ball below 30 degrees. Well, if a guy doesn't have the technology to really see what his mechanics are doing to make the ball do what he wants, well, you're not going to get any better. You can sit there old school, you know, staring at somebody, watching them hit golf balls. But at the end of the day, that TrackMan is going to tell you everything you want to know. Having those components with the hitting bay and the technology that we have in there with video analysis, I mean, we can dig our nails in as deep as we want with players and really teach them how to play the game and also understand why the golf ball is doing what it's doing. So some guys may draw it, some guys may fade it. But why are you fading it? Why are you drawing the golf ball?
That's a great question.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, and look, I could get as technical as you want, but at the end of the day, if your path is X to the right and your face angle is not left of that path, you're not going to draw the golf ball back.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be left of your target line. So that's the technical stuff. But I talk to my guys about it. We call it Golf 101. If you don't know your Golf 101 stuff and you don't understand path, face angle, launch versus landing angles, if you don't know this stuff, then you're killing yourself as far as what you could potentially be doing to become a better player.
Yep,
that's my problem, Pilo, right there. I'm just trying to hit it that way. Like, that's my strategy.
So let's say if the greens are firm, you know, spin is only going to take you so far. That's why when you watch TV, you see these guys have a peak height of their golf ball like 120 feet in the air. Okay, but the reason why they're doing that is they're using landing angle to get the golf ball to stop, because the greens are so firm they can't generate enough spin to get the ball to stop, so they're going to use landing angles. So think if you drop the golf ball out of a helicopter, that's a 90-degree landing angle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're coming in at about a 30-degree landing angle, you don't have a prayer's chance of stopping a golf ball. Firm. But now that you have TrackMan, you can utilize that in a way to teach guys and also change their equipment to reach the angles and things that you want to do with the golf ball.
See, I knew it was the equipment's fault. I knew it.
It's always the arrow, baby.
That's right. That's right. So talk us through the process of getting the facility kind of completed. What all went into it and who all helped kind of make that happen?
Well, there was a lot of people that helped. You know, that was a vision and a dream that a lot of people had for many years. And that was my number one when I got hired as head coach. I really was adamant about that. I was adamant about saving money and putting money each year towards that were donations from our Golden Tee Club. Obviously, Rome wasn't built in a day, but that building would not be built had it not been for our administrators and our donors. I mean, those people, and there's so many of them, you know. Obviously, Kevin Gittes and the Gittes family has the name rights to the building as the lead donors for the project. And, you know, with Kevin being a former golfer at Southern Miss, that means the world that someone who played here was willing to invest that kind of money into helping the future of the program. It was a lot of meetings, a lot of design and thoughts. And I remember going through it with a Sharpie, marking studs, saying, we want electrical outlets here, we want this here and that there. And I mean, every single thing that you could possibly think of in that building, we were adamant on getting it done right the first time.
No doubt.
Is this do most, are we unique here? I mean, do most schools have this kind of facility?
So at the time, you know, I was trying to educate people on the process. You know, we've got 14 schools in the Sun Belt Conference. Now, not all of the schools have one of these facilities. However, at the time, there were only 2 that did not own or have access to something of this sort, like a golf center. You had weather, you could get some practice in. When we have weather here in Hattiesburg, which is often, we had nowhere to go. We had nothing that we could do. And so us and Arkansas State were the 2. Now from going to that part of the conference to now, I would say we're top 2 as far as doing it first class. Because we could have done something on a smaller scale previously and just said, hey, let's get it done and let's be done with it. But we didn't want to do that. We said, let's be patient with this. Let's be smart. And let's make sure when we do it right and we do it once. I've got a lot of colleagues and friends throughout the coaching world, and I would constantly pick their brain especially the high resource schools. I would say, look, you guys have had one of these. What would you do different? What do you wish you'd have done? And there were some other things that we wanted to do with this facility, but we needed to check every box of things we needed to do. You know, there's obviously a big difference between what I want to have a Ferrari, but I'm sorry, I don't need a Ferrari. You know? I mean, you can get from point A to point B in a Kia, but you know, it is what it is. I mean,
not a lot of room in the back seat for kids' seats, right?
Correct. But we have everything we need in this facility between the Judson, the Gittes Golf Center, you know, being at Hattiesburg Country Club, close to campus, great weather. We have everything we need to be successful and to get our players ready to compete.
Sure. And so what's the coolest part about the entire building? What's your favorite part?
Walking in and just going straight to my office.
I'll
be honest with you, man.
No doubt.
There's been many days where, you know, uniforms would come in and I'd, you know, load the truck up, bring it out to the back of the range. And we're just, you know, issuing out uniforms, and half the guys are leaving them on the back of the driving range because they're practicing. It's so much more of an efficient operation now. We actually recently just added some lockers in the intake bay. So now we're able to have all of our equipment. None of the players have to keep all their stuff in their cars anymore. They get to keep it all right there, come and go as they please. They've got access cards that allow them to come and go. It's amazing. And for me to be able to go in there, I'm at my office. I can literally go from my office outside, set up the drills for the practice plan that day, walk right back into my office, work on booking travel or do recruiting stuff, whatever I need to do. It's all a one-stop shop. That is the coolest thing ever, man.
No doubt.
Incredible. Yeah. Yeah. Especially after doing it the way you're doing it for so long. Right. And now just kind of like being in first class, really.
It is definitely, I was on the wing of the airplane. Now I'm sitting in first class, brother. So it's a very, very good position to be in. And I don't ever want to lose that motivation, because there's always someone out there who's trying to do it better. Mm-hmm. That's what keeps you motivated. That's what keeps you humble and trying to get better and better and better.
So, you know, we talked to a lot of coaches, and they always seem to have their own philosophy. Some of them even have like an acronym that, you know, like that they use for as far as like what their program's all about. So do you have one of those? What's your philosophy for the golf program here at Southern Miss?
I don't really have an acronym per se. My coaching style, I would say, or philosophy, is less is more. I try to keep it as simple as possible. Whenever I'm out there coaching in a tournament, it's basically like a caddy that just can't carrier clubs. However, I'm big on less is more. You know, I try to recruit the absolute best talent that I possibly can. And once we get to the tournament, our practice round is where we do our homework. And then when it comes time to play the tournament and put the tee in the ground, there's only so much you can do. You know, I'm trying to get a bunch of Scotty Schefflers so that way.
Footwork, baby. It's all about that footwork.
Hit it that way, Scotty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's my
wake up, roll out of bed.
Less is more for me. That's what I try to tell my guys. I'm like, look, I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm here to put you in a very, very competitive environment. And here's the thing about college golf. Junior golf, you're kind of on your own. You may play high school golf, but high school golf is more at the like club level. Professional golf, you're on your own. Okay, there's no doubt about that. College golf is the only time of your life where you're going to be surrounded by class players every day at practice. I am big on competition.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of like beating golf balls on the range and thinking you're getting better. I want to.
Oh no.
He'll come back in a minute. While Coach Eddie is gone, I did want to make it known that we do have a few more comments coming in. Pilo, I saw you throw a couple of them up there. James Johnson is back. I can't wait to hear from James later on. If Boomhauer actually decides to call in, I hope that he sounds like Boomhauer. And also, Coach is back.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
sorry,
Coach.
That was my mother. Mom, I love you, but I'm sorry. I will call you back.
Hey, Coach, but while you're gone, and you can finish your thought in a second, but I did want to tell you that there's a few people that have commented here. James Johnson, he's a longtime listener. And also DJ Cujo has checked in. And he said, facts, Coach, always be improving. So DJ Cujo is right there with you. But
DJ is killing it at the game, by the way.
He is.
He is.
He is.
Big
No
fan.
doubt. Hey, what are your expectations for this year's team? I mean, you've won 2 in a row. Are we tournament or how high do your expectations go?
Well, we talked about it today. We had a team meeting to kind of update the guys and get them on the same page about what's coming up. I see no reason why we can't go to the national championship. We talked about that today. We have a very talented group. I'll be honest with you, like our highest scoring average on the team right now is like 73.5. We've got guys that are averaging 68 right now. There's no reason why we can't go to the national championship.
Yeah, from north of
everything
7
we need to be successful.
From north of 7,000 yards, that's insane. That's insane.
And beat Wisconsin like a drum.
73.50 is our average yardage in Division One.
That is why I never would have made it.
Want, Bilo.
I just don't hit it that far.
Hey, Coach, and I know we've kept you longer than we have, but that last tournament in Wisconsin, is that Wisconsin's home course? Because
yes.
Well, you beat those guys like a drum.
Yeah, and to be respectful to Mike, who's their coach, he's a good buddy of mine. But it's always nice when you can go into some of the big boys' homes and put on a fantastic show.
Well, that's what you did.
But yeah, we're in a good position right now. We still have a lot of golf to play, pun intended. But there's no reason why we can't go as far as the national championship this year. We've got a lot of talent, man.
Yeah, and talking about that, talk about the guys a little bit. I know that we've got different things, that they're good at. Got some older guys, got some newcomers that are contributing. Talk a little bit about that.
The Moffitt kid can just play, right?
Yeah, so Jake actually won the state amateur before he got to campus. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Jake, and this is going to really make you mad, Pilo. Jake grew up playing travel baseball and started playing golf for the first time ever during COVID.
That's insane.
I'm telling you, man. Is that not the coolest thing ever? I mean,
that's amazing.
He's like, so you just want me to make the putt? I'll just make the putt.
Yeah, he's 13 years old. Got into it. Just like, I played travel baseball growing up. I want to try this golf thing. 5 years later, when the rankings do come out, he's going to be one of the best Division I golfers in the nation. So that's pretty wild to think of. Javier's doing great. You know, he played in the Canadian Open this past summer. He had a good freshman year for us. Actually beat Rory at the Canadian Open, which was quite nice. After Rory won the Masters.
Wow.
There. And then Ben Fernandez, he's the current South American amateur champion. He is leaving next week to go to Singapore to play in the World Amateur Team Championships, which is the top 3 players from every country in the world that are sponsored by their country. And so he will be representing Paraguay.
Wow.
So him and his little brother.
That's incredible.
Like the golfing family.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you got Will Burnham. You know, Will Burnham was the #1 junior college player in the country, national champion. He was in junior college for 2 years and was #1 in the country every week he was in junior college.
Wow.
So,
okay, Tiger.
He's quite the player. And we've got a lot of other great players too. You know, Mick played the Eastern Am, finished 23rd there, shot 64-69 this summer. We got Tommy, Walker, Braden, Philippe. I mean, we got a lot of good talent on our team.
Awesome. Pilo, let's hit the music. Let's get to some quick hitters, and let's get Coach out of here so he can call his mom back. Yep. And
all right, here we go. Oh, I guess I'll kick it off.
Yeah.
Favorite golf course that you've ever played?
Country Club of Birmingham, of course. Not even close.
Really?
Who is in your dream foursome?
Oh, gosh. My son, my dad.
I'm going to pull the music down.
Yeah, what'd you say, Coach?
My son, my dad, Tiger.
Ooh.
Love that.
I'm taking the pressures.
Go-to club for you is what?
8-iron.
I'm guessing 8-iron from like I'm saying stock 8-iron 164. 165?
165.
Well, I can't go over. You know,
Well, my lofts are juiced, so, I mean, don't tell Ben Snow that. He's going to mess with me. Like, that's a 7-iron.
Yeah, go ahead.
More satisfying, a tap-in birdie or a long par save?
Long par save. You had to work pretty hard for it.
Right. And I wouldn't know about the tap-in birdie. I got like a long bogey save. That's me.
Favorite Southern Miss sports tradition?
Oh, love Eagle Walk, man. Love Eagle Walk.
So
love
cool.
taking my kids there. They're all born in Hattiesburg. Love taking them Eagle Walk.
What about this? Music on the golf course, yes or no?
Absolutely. As long as it's kind of turned down a little bit, you know, nothing crazy obnoxious, and no certain genre. I love them all.
Nice. Oh, I was pretty polarizing about this, but I think as I've gotten older, this next question I've changed. But early morning tee time or late afternoon round?
Early.
That's me. Where are you at,
Early.
Peely?
Absolutely.
You know,
Early.
I enjoy a good late afternoon, especially this time of the year. Like a late afternoon.
Here's my deal with early. I can get out of the house. Like the kid can still sleep for like 2 hours.
That's true.
Right? I can get back in. I'm like, y'all awake? Okay.
Well,
let's go
early
do
morning
something.
for me, I want to be out on the water fishing.
Well,
yeah,
less
true.
traffic on the greens first thing in the morning, Pilo.
That's true. I need every chance I can get.
How about this? I'll tell you what, Peely, go ahead and take this one.
Yeah, best post-round meal in Hattiesburg.
Oh, my favorite meal is Crescent City Grill.
Can't
I'm
go
born
wrong.
and raised in South Louisiana, so I'm going Crescent City Grill.
So,
Very good. What's one piece of advice that you would give for aspiring college golfers?
Be the best version of you could possibly be. Not even close. If you don't bomb it, don't try to all of a sudden bomb it. Be really good with your wedges, really good with your short game. Just be the best version of you. I literally just told my team this a while ago when we had our team meeting. Just everybody plays the game differently. That's the beauty of golf. Be the best version of you could possibly be.
Very good.
Pilo, you're not going to bomb it. That's fine. Just be really straight and just be really good with the distance wedges. Get it up and down out of a trash can and make it rain, baby.
Hey, Hey,
That's
100
great.
yards and in, y'all don't want none. I'm coming out there. I'm
that's
coming
how I
out
am
there.
too. I don't hit it real far, but I've never seen a wedge shot I didn't like.
Exactly. Give me
There you
something
go.
around the green. I got to short side myself and use my hands. Let's go. Last one. You can keep only 3 apps on your phone, and they have to be downloaded apps. Everything else has to go. What 3 apps are you keeping?
Google Maps for sure. Google Calendar, because I've got 3 kids and my wife always adds things left and right on that thing. Gosh, what's the other one? I'm kind of a numbers nerd, so probably my banking app.
Perfect. That was
We
fantastic.
gotta show this one to Coach
Uh-huh.
too. Cujo chimed in, said he's got to DJ that championship.
Oh,
For you.
yeah.
Sunbelt Championships in Annandale. It's right up the road, DJ. I mean,
Hey, he'll do it.
Hey, here's what I want to do. I want Pilo to be the on-course guy. Like I want to be in the studio. I want Pilo to be on course, so I can just throw it to him, and he's got like 8 feet.
Oh, dude, I would
great.
eat that up. Oh man.
And then at the end of the day, Cujo wrapping it up. That'll be fantastic.
Hey,
Coach,
it in. Let's go.
I hope we asked all the right stuff, and we really enjoyed this. But is there anything else you would like the Southern Miss faithful who are listening to this tonight to know on your way out the door?
well, we actually have a Golden Tea Club. That's our donor club. Would love to have some people join. We've got flyers at the golf center. We've got flyers in Hattiesburg Country Club Pro Shop. They should be on our website. If not, then somebody can call me directly. You can advertise my cell number. I do not care.
Yeah, they're on the website. I see them. Just go to the men's golf page and then go to more, and the Golden Tee brochure is there.
They can email me directly, edmund.brescher@usm.edu. I will do anything to get those in front of you. We got QR codes. I mean, it allows us to do things first class. We've got a great budget, but this allows us to go above and beyond. And this Golden Tee Club is a big part of why we were able to build the Geddes Golf Center. So we still got some other things we want to do in the future to add another phase to it. And joining the Golden Tee Club would be a huge help to do that. So,
Absolutely. Well, Coach, man, thank you so much. I can tell you're feeling it, and you should be. You guys are killing it, so keep it going. And Southern Miss,
to the top.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Coach.
all right, Coach, you can
Thanks,
shut her
guys.
down, and me and Pilo will finish it out. So, Pilo, there he goes. Man, expected 15 minutes, got 40.
Maybe my favorite guest ever. Like
Look,
talking
golf. I mean, I hope I'm
40
not. I
minutes.
hope I don't, irritate anybody. But I mean, golfers and baseball players are always good.
They are.
Every one of them are always good.
Yeah, Troy Gibson just chimed in. Awesome interview. I agree. Wasn't anything we did. Coach is awesome.
No,
And
yeah. What
like
did
he
Coach
said-
say? Get out of the way. Or he said, what was his philosophy? Something like that.
Oh, less is more.
Less is more. Yeah, less of us and more of him.
Yep, that's my favorite episode.
If you want to get caught up on some comments before we get to football, we can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump in.
Let's see. Let's see.
And while Pilo is looking for that, go ahead and if you want to have your voice heard, if you want to react to what Coach Brescher just said, or if you want to talk about our football game versus Louisiana Tech last week, or the upcoming game versus Jacksonville State, get up in here and have your voice heard.
Yep.
Through the X space. Any comments?
I think I've thrown everything else up there
Okay.
right, that we have right now.
Great. Well, we'll go ahead and get to football since we're kind of running along anyway. Football. We are sitting at a record of 2-2. I think most people would have taken that before the season started. 1-0 in the conference is even more important, I think. At times, the offense has looked really good. At times, the defense has looked really good. And at times, the special teams has looked really good. Right?
Yep.
Then we have talent all over the field in all of those 3 phases. They go into every single football game, have looked good at certain points, and probably looked a little like they could use some work at certain points. So, and what I've been telling everybody is, I mean, we know that we're better. We just don't know if we're ready to win championships yet, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we're bad. I don't think anybody can watch us play and be like, y'all are terrible. We've seen that. We know that we're past that. And we appear to have a good plan on offense and defense. and just a bunch of D1 players all over the field. That game versus Louisiana Tech, boy, fireworks galore in the first quarter, right? Tech led 17-10 after Q1. I didn't get to listen to any of this until halftime because I was at the baseball fields. But so like on the way back, when I jump in the car, 17-10, I'm like, boy, I sound like an idiot because I could not have made it sound like it was going to be a low-scoring affair any more than I did on last week's show. I was like, well, that was dumb. But then after that, right, the second half, Southern Miss 10 unanswered points, lost the game 30-20. But had a first and goal from the 2-yard line. It looked to me maybe like he got in, but nothing clear on the review because it was the worst broadcast I've ever seen. Commissioner Gill, I think, has to go to Louisiana Tech and be like, look, we're glad y'all are coming in. You got a little momentum. You're going to help out the conference, but you got to put a little bit more effort into this broadcast. You can see more from an Oak Grove high school broadcast. It was terrible. And it screwed us twice. The one play down the left side, I think Metcalf caught it, right? Yeah. Foot inbounds, it looked like. But the only view they had was from 30,000 feet above earth.
Yeah, the high 50, yeah.
And then the play at the goal line.
That nice building in the one end zone, they're working on the other end zone. The other that was there was where their gym, like where their workout gym, is.
Yeah.
And meeting rooms and stuff like that. Beautiful building. Stick a camera up there. Like you can't tell me you can't put a camera shooting down that other sideline. Just mind-boggling.
Now that being said, I thought Jack played great. They made some big plays down the field that, by the stats so far this season, they just hadn't been making, and they made them when they had to make them. They made the plays.
And I think they knew early on. Like you said, you didn't watch much of the first, but they came out throwing the ball. Like how much did we talk about how much this team is going to run it? We were prepared to stop the run. Sure. And they hit us from two seams with their tight end that we could not get down. Right.
I heard Coach talking about that. I think there was some eye violations there, just looking in the backfield in man. Right? If you're looking anywhere but your man when you're in man, then you got unless the quarterback just doesn't see it, then there's somebody going to be wide ass open, and he was.
Yeah.
We also had a chance to run it in twice, and both times through it. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think honestly, if I'm going to be honest, I think I had quit watching at that point.
Okay.
I was a little frustrated, but yes, I did hear that happen. I did not see it live. I was.
We've got a dude at quarterback,
angry.
And I've never played quarterback, but I've watched a lot of football. And I think when he watched it in the replay, he probably wanted that back. I would think so. He's not. This isn't Kurt Warner out there, right? Like we've got some legs and we've got some ability to run that thing in. So, let's see what else. So look, all in all, I think that we just got beat. Jack is really big. They lean on you with the run. I know they had those pass plays in the first, but their big thing is leaning on you. And for the most part, we kind of bottled it up. I think you kind of have to tip your hat, particularly to the punter. Boy, the punter killed us. 3 punts inside the 7. That's long fields, bro. Yep. And the more plays that you have down the field, the more chances that you have of getting stopped. So, Pilo, run us through some of the game stats here that we have with Jack, and then we'll look ahead to Jacksonville, and which is very similar to Jack coming up. But let's go through these stats.
Yeah. So if you didn't look at this, these numbers really tell you.
Dominated
outcome. First downs for Jack, they had 14. We had 29, more than double. Math. Rushing yards, they had 101. We had 122. They did have 3 rushing touchdowns. We had none. Passing yards, they had 239. We had 392. So finally got over Jake Lang's record there of a 300-yard passer. And 8 yards shy of 400. So, a lot of yards. Moved the ball up and down. They were 15 of 21 for no interceptions. We were 28 of 47 for and 1 interception. We had 2 passing touchdowns. They didn't have any. That adds up to a 340 total offense for Jack. And we were over the 514 They ran 59 plays. We had 82. Penalties, pretty even. They had 8 for 76. We had 8 for 54. Their punts, they punted 8 times, but an average of almost 50 yards. Inside the 20, they had 4. We didn't have any. Time of possession, we had it for 32 minutes to their 27. Third down conversions. This is crazy. They were 2 of 13. 2 of 13.
Yep.
And we were 7 of 17. They were 2 of 2 on fourth downs. We were 0 for 2. Got to improve in that area. They had 1 sack. We had 2. They were 1 for 1 field goals, and we were 2 of 3.
Yes, it's when you read them out like that, I think if you showed us these stats, like, hey, this is what's going to happen stat-wise. I mean, the 3 rushing touchdowns isn't great, but everything else is just completely dominated by Southern Miss, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, and God, looking back on it, as much as I think that Jack just beat us up and down the field, and you can't take it. I mean, I'm going to say some things that don't make sense, but the pick 6, right? I think he wants that back, and he's a better quarterback than making that throw. And then possibly a better angle of the goal line play where we didn't get in on 1st and goal from, I think, the 1, maybe the 2. I mean, you take those away, and it's a victory.
Yeah.
You can say that a lot, and that was a very big play that Jack made. But anyway, when you read the stats out like that, it proves the point that we've been trying to make, that we have talent just everywhere.
Do we know the referee crew that was there? Do we know if they were Conference USA?
I don't.
About?
I didn't pay that much attention.
In the first half, man, they had 2 plays that completely should not have continued. Like we threw the ball. I think he was down, and then they scooped it up and tried to say it was a fumble and ran it all the way back.
What?
They called it a touchdown on the field. He was on the ground.
Okay.
Clear as day, should have been blown dead. Again, that's 5 minutes. They had to review it, then they overturned it. They did that twice in the first half. Both on drives that we had the ball moving. Stop play. Completely it was really weird. I just thought it was an absolute horrendous job at officiating. Like, that should not happen. I know a lot of times they're like, oh, just let them play, we'll overturn it. But, like, it was clear as day, even with their terrible camera angles.
Well,
I just thought that was a big
familiar
factor in the first half with us kind of getting in a momentum. Not making excuses, but I just thought it was very weird.
Yeah. Well, I think we can all agree, calls aside and all that, Southern Miss was outplayed in the first half.
Oh, for sure.
And just kind of dug too big of a hole.
The
right?
defense played really well.
Yeah. Lights out. And a lot of that had to be from, I think Louisiana Tech was up a lot. So
yeah,
if you're up a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, the game kind of dictated some of that. But anyway, some of these individual stats, Louisiana Tech, the quarterback Baker, 15 and 21, 239. Braxton, like Pilo said, 28 of 47, 392 and 2 TDs. Briggs, 9 rushes for 54. Jones, 12 rushes for 39. Braxton ran it a lot, 10 rushes for 27. He just didn't run it when he, that one time or 2 times. He probably could have just waltzed right in.
Right.
Finley, for La Tech, 6 catches for 155. That's the tight end, I think. So
Yep.
nobody had been making those kind of that kind of amount of catches and yardage, and he stepped up. A lot of times in man and was really covered. So again, you have to tip your hat just a little bit. Carl Chester for Southern Miss, 4 catches for 118. Remember that name. Dalton Davis and Kyron Heath both had touchdown catches. Davis was kind of right place, right time on that tipped ball in the end zone. That's what you got to do, right? And maybe that'll get him going for the rest of the year. 11 different USM players caught passes, so we're doing everything right except for – we did everything right in this game, really, except for the final – we led in every category except for score, which is a pretty important one.
Well, too, Chris, I think one bright spot was, and I don't know if you have this in the notes, but Jalen Carter, the freshman running back that came in late. number 24. I think he's gonna be really good for us. He had flashes of really, really good stuff. I think we're going to see him a lot this weekend. And excited to kind of see what he brings to the table.
No doubt. Got some Tracy Lampley-ish.
Yeah, very much
there,
so.
You know?
Yeah. Can catch the ball.
Defensively, look good again. This is a name that everybody knows, and you should be able to recognize this. But Chris Jones, 14 tackles. Montgomery, 13 tackles, and they combined on a sack. Garrick Ponder had a sack as well. And that Louisiana Tech punter, I put it in here just because he might have won the game for him. With all the rest of the stats, he might have been the difference. If he shanks a couple of those, instead of us having to go 99 yards or 98 yards, we have to go 60. I mean, how much different does this game turn out? He had 8 punts, 398 yards, 49.8 average, long of 61, and 4 inside the 20, 3 inside the 7.
Yeah, that's insane.
That'll flip the field big time. And before we get to Jacksonville State, I'd like to thank our title sponsor once again and remind you that Yingling
Shaking
Flight...
Magic 8 Ball. GLaDOS and I had a thing once. It did not end well.
What in the world was that? My phone's weather app was talking to us.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks to our title sponsor, Yingling Flight is available in 12-ounce slim cans and screw top 16-ounce pints. Pilo's phone's been drinking some of these.
Apparently.
And it is available at most retailers. Pick yourself some Yingling Flight up today. The game before we get to the Jacksonville State game, Pilo, the weather I think is going to be a little bit better, but update everybody if you can.
Yeah, I was trying to without the interruption. Rude.
Yeah. What's the weather looking like?
Yeah, so obviously we finally got some rain this week. Hello, that was welcome, and it did cool things off today. So I know if you were out and about today, you definitely felt the difference. But yeah, looking ahead to the weekend. Saturday, I think we're sitting at a 1% chance of rain, so it's going to be mostly sunny and clear.
Is it jacket weather?
Definitely not sweater weather. Not there yet, but yeah, I mean, potentially, if you're kind of cold natured.
Like on the golf cart ride on the way home, jacket?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, at kick, we're looking around the low 80s, right at 80, and then going down from there. I don't really know about the wind here, but yeah, out of the north a little bit. But yeah, I think it's going to be really nice.
Good deal.
The nicest one so far, maybe outside of that first one because of the anomaly with
that was super
crazy weather. But yeah, it's going to be definitely more fall-esque. I mean, heck, we're at the end of September. We deserve it at this point. But
sure. So Jacksonville State, they are 2-2 on the season. They beat us like a drum last year. If anybody wants to rehash that, I don't. They are 1-0 in Conference USA. They lost. Here's what they've done. They've lost to UCF 17-10, very respectable. They beat Liberty 34-24, awesome. They lost to Georgia Southern 41-34. Then they beat the crap out of Murray State 45-10. If we had played that same exact schedule and that same exact thing had happened to us, I think we'd feel pretty good about it, don't you?
Yeah.
So this is not. I'm trying to lay out that this is not your daddy's Jacksonville State. They're better. Their coach is really good. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. Team stat wise, they're averaging right at 31 points per game. They have right at 1,100 rushing yards on the season. They're rushing for 261.5 yards per game, 5.9 yard average per carry, and they have 13 rushing TDs already. And they didn't play just a bunch of cupcakes, right? UCF, Liberty, Georgia Southern, Murray. That's good numbers coming from that side.
Sure.
591 yards passing, so double that in rushing. Only 2 TDs thrown. They're averaging just over 400 yards per game total offense. 44% third down conversion rate. 63% fourth down conversion rate, so they will go for it. They've had 5 fourth down conversions, and they've scored in the red zone 17 out of 18 times, with 13 of them being touchdowns. That's also good. Individually, who to look out for? Cam Cook, he's a load, 134 yards rushing per game. He has 4 scores. Gavin Wimsett, the quarterback, he rushes for 54 yards per game, and he's got 4 scores as well. Brock Recksteiner has caught their only 2 touchdown passes, but you don't have to throw a lot of touchdown passes if you run for all those other ones, And Trevor Woods on defense, he's a load, 16 solo tackles already this season. As a team, they have 8 sacks, no one with more than a sack and a half, so they pretty much spread it out. And here's the thing about their coach, Charles Kelly. He's the head coach. Spent time at Alabama, Florida State, Auburn, Tennessee, Colorado, Georgia Tech. This is his second stint at Jacksonville State. He worked under Deion Sanders at Colorado as defensive coordinator. He was the defensive coordinator at Florida State for 4 seasons when they went to the playoffs. And he was named the 2023 24/7 Sports National Recruiter of the Year. So
Great.
He can recruit. He's awesome at defense. He's got a team that runs the ball a whole lot. That sounds a lot like Louisiana Tech. They might even be a little bit better. Now, this game's at home, and we've kind of had that crash course on what it's going to be like, I think. I think it's going to go a lot like the Louisiana Tech game. It's at least their game plan is going to mimic what Tech tried to do, right? They're going to run it. So we'll see if we can slow them down more than anybody else has so far this season, and try to build on the second half that we had versus Jack.
Yeah.
So
you want to get caught up on? I'll get us caught up on a little bit of the comments
Attack
here.
Eagles.
Attack
Phil.
Eagles. What's up? Got off work. Yeah, you need to go back. We're going to post the interview with Eddie. It was fantastic.
Yeah, Phil said last week, he said, look, don't do it on a Friday. If we do it on a Thursday, he's like, I'm working. Like, what do you want?
When are you not working? Taylor Rhodes said, really missed the post-game shows. Glad I was able to tune in tonight. Glad you're tuning in as well,
Yes,
Taylor.
thank you, Taylor. From way out in Colorado, I think. Taylor is. If I'm wrong
Yeah.
about that, my bad.
Troy, do you guys agree with the decision to kick a field goal at the end
No.
of the third quarter? No, I did not
No.
like that at all.
Not a bit. It doesn't make any sense.
Kind of reminded me
now-
of somebody.
Yeah, and Huff does have this thing with kind of only being concerned with conference games. We've heard that. That's the MO. And whether we want to believe that or not, I mean, why else would you do that, right? So, we'll see. And as bad as I think where I'm coming from, Pilo, on this is, I didn't agree with it, but it's not like we've been so terrible, and we're obviously not terrible anymore, that I'm kind of willing to look past that. Like, let's have us a 5-win year, maybe a 7 or 8 win year. We have that kind of talent, I think. I don't know if it's going to pan out that way, but I don't think I'm at the point of griping that much about a field goal
Right.
at this point when I'm like, that kind of sucked, but
We actually got
we're
a
a lot
first
better.
down in the second half. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, so I think that's, but yeah, I mean, so I agree, and I just don't care that much yet.
Yeah.
About that.
No, that's fair.
Is that it?
Oh, we got one more.
Okay.
Mark asked, I'm hoping we get a big crowd this weekend. I'm expecting half empty stadium, sadly. Hopefully not, but how do we get attendance up outside of winning free concessions? Yeah, I mean, I doubt that'll ever happen, but
Cheaper ticket prices and create a fear of missing out. That's how it always is. Until the fear of missing out takes over, and then you can charge whatever the hell you want. Right now, it's we're looking on StubHub earlier. The StubHub tickets are cheaper, I think, than they are on our website, which doesn't make sense whatsoever. But I think that our lower price tickets for single games are outrageously overpriced, and I think that would help out a whole lot. And everybody knows my tailgating issues with all these idiotic rules that we've made. That didn't help it either, right? So there's lots of things that we can do better. Number one, not losing to Tech last week. That would help out a lot. And not losing this week, even though we are going into conference play after that, doesn't matter. This community is itching for a winner.
Yeah.
We will show up if we feel like you've proved to us it's going to be worth us, getting the hell out of the house and going to the game. Right now, we really don't know. And not only that, you're making it a little bit tougher for me to get out and go enjoy myself pregame. The only thing left is game, right? And obviously, a lot of people have already gotten there, whether it's from the tailgate policies, the high price tickets, or just not winning. Pick one of them. That's the reason there are not a lot of people there right now. So, in my opinion,
we got one more. Attack Eagles asked, "What song would y'all like to hear from Cujo? He's the best, a complete game changer. Did a great job getting the crowd into it. Not the best crowd ever versus App, but he maximized it with the juice that he brought."
See, this is a loaded question because here's what Attack Eagles does. He'll say like, "Man, what do you want to hear?" And if I go AC/DC, he's like, "See, man, same old," you know. But if I don't know somebody who's current, because I don't, that's just not what I listen to all the time, then he's gonna be like, "Man, that's the problem." So it's like a loaded question coming from Attack Eagles.
It is a loaded question, but I'm going to give you my answer first.
Go ahead.
And I don't really care. Maybe I'm getting to be a boomer. I would love to hear some mix of a Journey song in there. I love Journey.
How about
I love
this?
the 80s.
How about
80s music is the
AOK?
best.
How about AOK by Ty Verdes? See, here's what I have, and I'm looking at my phone when I'm doing that because the little travel team that I help coach right now. They have walk up songs, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I had to listen to all these songs and give them to the lady to do it, and so I've got a lot of these. So I got that one. I got Lemonade by Forrest Frank and the Figs.
Oh, yeah. I like some Forrest Frank.
All right. I got. Let's see what else might be on.
Cujo said, "I did play Journey during the half game."
There we go. Take that, Philip.
I remember that.
Swag Surfing.
Yeah, he plays that.
How about Cotton Eye Joe, bro?
No.
It bangs. It bangs.
Send me the list.
Yeah. Attack Eagles will be all over that list. Hey, let's get to tweet of the week. And we referenced this earlier. I hope he's still listening. I don't know if he is or not. But tweet of the week brought to you by Katie Bailey with Dunbar Real Estate. Any house, anywhere, anytime. Call today at 601-408-9980. That's my wife. She sells houses. You should call her. You got to buy it from somebody, right? Might as well buy it from her. But the tweet of the week comes to you. Might have to do this one too, Pilo, because I don't know if how well I can do this accent. But tweet of the week. This is one of my favorite follows on one of the new burners that has come around. But Boomhauer, he's at Boomhauer USM. That's BOOMHAUER USM, and he tweeted out on September 24th a tweet about the upcoming game versus Jacksonville State. So, Pilo, you want to read that out?
Yeah, thanks. Dang old Wednesday, man. Feel like patching up a leaky roof for the storm is. I did not read this. Big game coming up against Jax State. Talking about how we're going to bounce back, man. Go Eags.
Love it. Anybody who's ever watched King of the Hill, that was a perfect.
That was terrible.
Yeah. Perfectly done by Pilo there.
No, it was not.
If you're just joining this live to the Top Talk edition, we are talking Southern Miss athletics. You can check out our normal podcast anywhere you get podcasts on a weekly basis. During football season, it's a little bit weird. We might just do one of these, right? If it's a big enough game that we win or dramatic enough finish, maybe we go on after the game. But
Maybe.
bro, I'm so tired after these games, especially the light one. The 6 o'clock game, probably not going to happen. Maybe if we beat not Jacksonville, Alabama, if we beat Alabama, I'd hop on for that one. Okay. But you can check out our interviews that we did, going all the way back to the To the Top collective work that we did with the baseball team and all that. You can go back and check out all of those, I think.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and get to the football pick'em, Pilo, and hit up some other news real quick and get out of here.
Yeah.
Am I winning yet?
Well, no. It wasn't the best week for either one of us, to be honest.
Shocks with
So yeah,
the amount of effort I put in the research.
Yeah. 11 games. You went 4 of 11.
That's not great.
Not good. and I was 6 of 11.
Oh, so you commanding lead.
So I'm up 37 out of 50 to 32 out of 50.
So I went first. I went first last week. You go first this week.
Did you go first? I thought I went first last week.
No. Oh wait.
I'll go first.
You're right.
Then.
You're right. No, you're right. I'll go second.
Okay.
Whatever I said.
All right. So
no, I'll go first. I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Yeah.
It's just like you just said the same thing. Live show, baby. So yeah, I have a 5-game lead going into this week. The bye weeks have started, so we only have 7 games this week. 7 picks. Be a quick pick 'em. Kicking it off there, and there are a couple of interesting ones. Let's see. First off, we have Georgia Southern traveling to James Madison.
Georgia Southern's already beat this team we're playing this week. I'll go Georgia Southern.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am going James Madison. I think they have figured it out a little bit. Yeah, we'll be different on that one. Moving ahead to Liberty. We've had them a lot already.
Yeah, don't
Liberty
like them.
is traveling to Old Dominion.
Old Dominion.
Very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ODU I think has it figured out. I'm going to go with the Monarchs as well. I think they're going to continue steamrolling through. This one is interesting travel. App State is traveling over to Boise.
Oh, boy. App, love you. I love that guy that called in. It might even not be like the normal Boise State whoop-ass team, but you know, I think it would be a really. I think it's just a long shot. I think it would be a huge upset if they're going to Boise.
Yeah,
That's Boise. I'm
Blue
going
field.
Boise. Yeah.
Blue field, blue jerseys. Yeah, I'm going to go Boise State as well.
Not that App doesn't have a shot, but it's a long
No.
shot. Pulling for you, App, but you know, I just can't take you. Sorry.
Yep. Next up, we have Arkansas State traveling to ULM.
Oh, Arkansas State.
Let me tell you the line. ULM is favored.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I know that they're better, and they put out a nice little thing on social today. Their creatives did a great job with that airplane. Did you see it?
I did not see it.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's fantastic. You can look that up. I mean, like when
I'll
I'm
have to check it out.
jabbering on here later, but it's very well done, I think. And but you know, unfortunately, the creatives aren't playing the game, and they still have Rayner at quarterback. So I believe in Rayner a lot. I believe in him like I did like Malik Willis, and so I like Arkansas State. Are you going Warhawks? Go Warhawks.
I mean, Arkansas State's 1-3.
Yeah, well,
They just lost to Kennesaw.
Go ahead. Pull the trigger.
I'm gonna go ULM. I had Arkansas State written down. I'm gonna change it.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome.
I'll give you one game back. We have another interesting matchup kicking off a little conference play. Marshall traveling to ULL.
Son of a. Okay, I'm going Cajuns.
Are you?
I'm going Cajuns. Well, it's at Cajuns, right?
It is.
And I don't think Marshall's very. I know that Louisiana's not very good.
Yeah.
And I know that Marshall's not very good. So I'm taking the home team.
Okay.
It's not like even like we're traveling over there. That's from Marshall.
Yeah.
And we're in the world of our music go, Pilo.
Yeah, I know. I need to
Throw
get it
me
going.
off.
Yeah, the line is very, very close on that.
So you're going Marshall.
I'm going to go Marshall.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I just can't pick the Cajuns. I picked them week 1. They burned me.
Don't call it a
I
comeback.
hadn't picked them yet.
Two more.
My automatic pick, South Alabama is traveling to North Texas. The Fighting
Ooh.
Jim
The
Coles.
Fighting Jim Coles for sure. You know, I sent Jim Cole a text not long ago. I was at the Lucky Rabbit, and they have that section with all the socks. Like he has those.
Yeah.
So I sent him a thing. I was like, you should do gym socks.
Ah,
JIM.
love that.
Right? But unfortunately, I can't take North Texas. So I will take South Al.
Ooh, okay.
I think they're good. I don't like to feel that way.
Do you
but
think,
I think
that?
they are.
Because I'm going North Texas.
What's gonna be? You're either gonna just put it out of reach, or let me back in the door next week.
No, I think North Texas absolutely obliterates them. I'm gonna bet the house on that one.
Well, we can't all be right.
North Texas is undefeated. Last but not least, Jacksonville State at Southern Miss. Cujo said, "I hope they both lose."
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I'm going to take Southern Miss just because I do think we have ability. I could totally see us losing this game, but just for the sake of the rest of the rest of the season, and for Cujo to be able to play in front of hopefully 30,000 plus again, it has to happen, right? We can't lay an egg. We can't come out flat in the first half. I don't think we are. I think Coach Huff had a case of the red ass all week. I think the players realize that they can't win just because they have cool uniforms and they have some talent. I think all of those things come into play, and we win. I do not think we win by more than a touchdown. I think it's a close game. Southern Miss pulls it out. Oh, we're doing the scores again. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to be. I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game last week. I feel like our defense has the ability to make it a low-scoring game, and I also feel like if it gets to be a shootout, that we can participate in that. So I guess I'm going to go somewhere in the middle and go Southern Miss 27-21.
Okay, I like that. I think we get back on track this week. Over under sitting at 54.5. I like that 31 number, man. I think we kick a field goal. I think we score some touchdowns at home. Maybe a defensive touchdown in there. I'm gonna go 31, and I'm gonna give them 17. I think we stop the run. I think we get them. We hold them to less than.
Dude, if we stop the run, we might score 60. I don't think we're stopping the run that much. I think we can contain it. I'm not sure we can stop these guys. They're really good at running the football. Dude, let's get to some other sports news and go ahead and shut this thing down.
Oh, Cujo threw his out there.
Yes.
He's going 27-20.
27-20. So he's stealing mine by like 1 point. I'll take it. Hey, I'll take either one of them. Either one of those. I will take that. And I hope that we get off to a good start. And no matter the crowd, I don't expect just a killer crowd again. I really don't. If we get anywhere near 20,000, I'll be pretty psyched. But 20,000 Intuit fans is still a difference maker, right? So if we can get up to that early, if we can get off to a quick start and let the crowd get into it, then that's just going to help us win the game. And the Cujo can do his thing. So, we'll see who's right. Me, you, or Cujo.
Love it. And
I hope that we're all kind of right a little bit. In other news, baseball. Okay, so Trick or Treat at the Pete, one of my favorite events, has been announced, and it is going to be on October the 23rd. Pilo, do you have a front runner on who will have the best costume? I still hope Krill shows up in just a fire outfit.
Yeah.
Fire Krill. Not because I want him to get fired, but that's so mentioned on Twitter every first month of the baseball season.
Yeah, when it's 29 degrees and
where are we hitting? Well,
no.
It's freezing. Nobody else is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Except for last year. Last year we killed it from the word go.
I mean, I think Matthew Russo's got to do something excellent. I mean, he just needs to go as the Art Russo. Just some po' boys.
What would you do there? Like a big po' boy?
Yeah, just have like their logo. Just, some jambalaya, whatever.
Yeah, shrimp falling off of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, be great. Former Southern Miss great Walker Powell is back from his rehab stint and threw 6 scoreless innings in his AAA debut with the Iowa Cubs. So tell me if this sounds familiar from Walker, but 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 5 Ks.
Solid.
It's just what he does. He wakes up and is awesome. Scrimmage times for the weekend have been announced for the baseball for the Southern Miss baseball team over at the Pete. Friday is going to be at 2:30. Saturday the 27th, that's game day. It'll be at 10 a.m. I would make that, except I have soccer games. And then on Sunday, this would be a great end to the weekend if we can polish off Jacksonville State. And then you go to the Pete for a 5 p.m. scrimmage. Ease the golf cart in, go out to the Roost, have a little cooler. Watch this new Morrison kid from South Alabama. I know you hate South Al. Watched him the other day. He hit 2 bombs. Not to mention all the other guys. Gillespie looks awesome.
Oh, he's not there anymore, so I like him. That's the best decision he ever made.
He finally saw the light.
Yeah.
That's true. But no, it's just fun being out at the Pete again, man. And looking around. Like that game the other day I went to, I bet there's 500-600 people there watching a scrimmage, right?
Yeah.
And there's teams that don't get that for the games. They really don't. We have a special thing going on over there. Tennis. So tennis is back in action. Sahib Sodai and Eric Perkowski edged Louisiana's Landreth and Ribeiro in a 7-6 5-set thriller. The pair carried their momentum into day 2, defeating Tulane's El Corday and Nisbet 7-6 in another tense tie break, and then closed the weekend by topping Tyler Junior College's Marinakis and Direct 7-5. So their undefeated run established the duo as one of the bright spots of the tournament. And like we said earlier, the official results still weren't listed. I don't know if they're listed yet, but they weren't listed when I did all this research. So it looks like they did really good, and then they didn't post the rest of it, so I'm guessing we probably didn't win. But tennis team, we didn't have any bright spots last year, so that's one bright spot so far. So we'll keep
ahead of the ball game.
Yeah, we'll keep that. Pilo, men's golf, we did that a little bit earlier, but do you want to get everyone caught up on how awesome we are at golf?
Yeah. So if you weren't listening earlier, you joined later. We did have Coach Eddie. We're going to have this back out so you guys can catch that interview. It was really good. But yeah, back-to-back tournament victories for the Southern Miss men's golf team. They shot 23 under for a total 841 in a 14-team field. That field included host team Wisconsin, who finished T9, unfortunately. But Southern Illinois, Illinois State, Toledo, Northern Illinois, VCU, Xavier, UTSA, Oakland, Minnesota, Green Bay, DePaul, and Valparaiso. Golden Eagles led the field with 70 birdies. Jeez. Are now 41-2 through 3 events this season. And first time since 1979-80 season that the program has won back-to-back events.
Yeah, no doubt.
Rolling.
And some of those players that Coach was talking about earlier, Benjamin Fernandez, he goes T3 in the tournament. This is how you win tournaments, by the way. Listen to this. So Benjamin Fernandez, he goes 69, 70, 68 for T3. Jake Moffitt, the freshman phenom, goes 71, 66, 71 for a T5 finish. And Matthew Javier, 68, 71, 73 for a T7 finish. 3 guys in the top 7. And don't worry about Will Burnham, the junior college guy who transferred in. That was so awesome. Local guy, 71, 74, 72 for a T19. So that's 4 guys in the top 20. That'll win you a whole bunch of tournaments, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Walker Wise and Grayson Daniels also had pretty good rounds themselves. Next up for Eddie and the guys, they have a little bit of a break, but then they're going to Little Rock for the Little Rock Buick GMC Classic, the Chanel Founders Course. That'll be on October the 13th. So practice up in that cool center that you have over there, Eddie, and then good luck taking that quick trip up to Little Rock. And Pilo, that's it, buddy. I would like to remind everybody that to go to tothetopcollective.com is very important. Membership is growing. They had their little event at Hattiesburg Country Club last night, and they do stuff like that all the time. You can go tailgate if you're a member. They have a really cool tailgate spot right there in Spirit Park if that's your jam. So you can go in there. Peter's got players that come by and hang out. Who knows? You might have Colby Allen or somebody that you can, rub elbows with and have him sign something. So just go ahead and sponsor it. Become a member. I think it's like $19 a month if you want to do that, or if you want to make a one-time donation, you can do all of that stuff. Go to twotopcollective.com and check it out. Pilo, do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah. So this evening went to dinner at one of my favorite spots. Talked about it on here, Art of Rue. Went there with my son, and we're sitting there eating, and in comes Camden Sundstrom.
Sonny.
And picked up some food, and then two other baseball players, new guys I didn't know, but probably will soon, very soon. So yeah, Camden took time and spoke to my son and shook his hand, and so yeah, that's just really just something again that we talk about all the time, but about how special this place is. But
I love how the new guys, you're like, and two new guys, and
Yeah, I know. I failed to speak.
Love it. Come on, Rook, do something. Hit a double.
But yeah, so it was good to see those guys. I did get Camden's go-to favorite meal there, which is the fancy burger po' boy, which I love.
It's 3 for 3 on the fancy burger, as far as people recommending it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I did the blackened chicken thighs with the jambalaya, and that's my go-to. It's so good. And yeah, so shout out to them. And then, like we said earlier, I wanted to give a shout out to Jim Cole. I saw where it was announced where he took a job at North Texas. So congrats to him on that. Making his way back east a little bit. And hopefully we'll be back in Hattiesburg one day. Jim's a great guy. And North Texas is cool. Got together a couple times when we used to play them in conference and Denton, and the Dallas Metro is awesome. So I'd love to come out there and catch a Stars game sometime.
Very good. So I'll give a few at the one scrimmage that I was able to go to. I saw Justin Hosey, our boy Jeho there, Kevin Rogers, and his wife Amy, Kelly Corey, and her husband. And we saw all of those guys, and they all spoke to me. So. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to Sarah Catherine Wallace, huge supporter of Southern Miss and owner with her husband Charlie of College Hunks here in Hattiesburg. They move stuff and they haul junk and all that. So hit them up. Happy birthday, Sarah Catherine. Ooh, there we go.
Hey, happy birthday.
Very happy birthday. And the last shout out, Robert Redford passed away, bro. I don't know if this hits you like it does me. I'm a little bit,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I am a little older than you, but
Yeah.
and I've played baseball my entire life. Robert Redford, of course, played Roy Hobbs in The Natural. So I wanted to get your take on this, Pilo. I don't know how I'm going to answer it yet. I put it on here, but I don't know exactly how I'm going to, which ones I'm going to come up with. But The Natural is definitely going to be one for me. But what are your top 3 baseball movies of all time?
Man.
And no pressure, but Robert Redford just died. So you might have to include that one.
No, I'm not going to go that direction. There are so many. I grew up in the era of those early 90s, man, there's so many honorable mentions, but if I'm going to go number I got to go Major League. I got to go Moneyball. I love Moneyball. I think I've watched it. I don't know how many times I've watched it, but I love it every time. That scene with the crack of the bat and that music. I'm a big soundtrack guy, so I like to do that. And I got to go with one from the 90s. Gosh, there's so many. I got to go The Sandlot.
Wow. Well, it's not going to be hard to differ from that because, mine are all better. But no, my favorite, I don't know how to put a favorite on it. I guess, I don't know. All three of these movies are a little bit different for me. But in those three, in no particular order, The Natural, got to go with The Natural. It's, a line that sticks out there is, when really, have you seen it? Have you seen The Natural?
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Oh, when they asked him about how he'd like to be remembered, he said, I want him to say, like, there goes Roy Hobbs, best there ever was. It's moments like that. Then when Glenn Close kind of stands up in the stands that time, and the Suns held the hat. Anyway, it was I love that show. Bull Durham is in there for me, and also Field of Dreams. I know you have Kevin Costner in both of those.
Yeah.
And I like all of them. But if we're talking about the top three, those are
if we're going to talk
probably
about
mine.
quotes, The Sandlot, heroes get remembered, but legends never die. I mean, come on.
Bull Durham has probably the best quote of all time. I don't think I can say it, but there's a. Oh God, I'm glad I'm not too deep into this whiskey. Anyway, those are my three, and those are your three. That's very good. Any comments before we go? We caught up?
No, we're caught up.
Okay, great. This episode was brought to you by the premium light beer Yingling Flight, established in 2020 by the oldest brewery in America. Crisp, clean, refreshing taste, 95 calories, only 2.6 grams of carbs. Pick yourself up some Yingling Flight today, just in time for the weekend. And you'll thank me later. And that's it. Thanks for listening in today, whatever day you might have listened, whichever platform you chose to listen in on. Remember, you can follow me at Bumper J. Bailey and Patrick at P. Lowry. Follow us on all the social at To The Top Talk, and don't forget about the mailbag, tothetoptalk@gmail.com. And also go and sign up for the Golden Tea Club that Eddie was talking about.
Yeah.
Right? Let's hit this momentum right now.
I think they have the best swag, like the Seymour holding the golf club.
Mm-hmm.
If you want one of those hats or one of those pullovers or one of those polos, just donate.
I mean, look,
Maybe
it's a thing that's Southern Miss right now. You don't want to look up, like 5 years from now and be like, man, I didn't realize we were awesome all these years. Like, go ahead and get in right now where we can keep this momentum going, right?
Yeah,
So,
when one of these guys is playing in the Masters, you're like, hey,
right. That's my
went to
boy.
Southern Miss.
Yeah. Give him it to the top.
That's right.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell somebody to the top today. And as always, Southern Miss.
To the top.
Talk.
You're always ready. Oh, I'm going to do this.
Got it right here.
Chucky.
I could play for Alabama
Chucky Robb.
Why are you
Shout
mad?
out, Chucky.
or Notre Dame. You have